Fiancé got a transfer so we could finally live together, and his son chose to move with us, but his ex-wife keeps harassing me, and even my own mother says I should move closer to them so they can co-parent better. I, 42F, met my fiancé, 42M, a year after my late husband died in a motorcycle accident 6 years ago. We met through a work partnership and live in different states. We're about 12 hours apart if we drove. Sometimes we take short commuter flights to maximize our time together. We both live near airports. Our relationship has been mostly long distance, but we see each other at least once per month and text and talk constantly if we're not at work or doing things with friends. My fiancé has been an amazing partner, and I feel lucky I was able to find love again after tragedy. My fiancé has a son, 16M, from a previous relationship. He broke up with my stepson's mother when his son was 9. I think he's great. He's been supportive of our relationship and he's very close with his dad. The biggest issue has been his mom. His mom is, how can I put this nicely, bitter. She and my fiancé have been in and out of court for the last few years. My stepson doesn't get along with his mother. The few times I've met her have been unpleasant due to her hostility towards me. My fiancé's mother says she was only after his money, but it's not really my business. A few years back she tried to harass me on social media, telling me that I should step aside so my stepson's parents can be together. She also tried to tell me that he would never marry me, just as he never married her. When we got engaged last year, she became enraged and tried to get full custody of my stepson. It backfired because my stepson didn't want to live with her and filed with his guardian ad litem to have her custody reduced, which was granted. Since then, he has opted to only visit her for a few hours one Saturday a month. If she brings up his dad, he leaves. He's required to answer her phone calls, but if she tries to guilt or argue with him, he hangs up. I stay out of all of it as much as I can. It's between my fiancé, my stepson, and his ex. I just try to show love and be supportive of my fiancé and stepson. The issue is my fiancé got a long-awaited transfer that will allow him to live with me. My fiancé offered my stepson to live with his mom or my fiancé's sister if he wanted to stay at the same school and stay with his friends. My stepson opted to move and live with us. He said he can FaceTime his friends, and there's a really good STEM school that's willing to take him mid-school year where I live. The plan for them is to move in the last 2 weeks of December. My stepson's mom has tried to fight him moving in with us. She's accused my fiancé of alienating him against her. My fiancé has documented every interaction and every encouragement he's given to try and help his son mend things with his mother. The judge signed off on him moving out of state into my home. This has set off another wave of harassment from his ex towards me. She sent me messages from various accounts on social media telling me I've ruined her family and that if I really loved my stepson, I'd move closer to them so they can co-parent. I complained to my mom, but she actually sided with my fiancé's ex, saying she has every right to be upset as her son is moving away. My mom suggested that maybe I should consider a temporary living situation closer to them so as not to disrupt my stepson's routine and to help my fiancé repair his relationship with his mother. I have never had any real desire to move, as I was born and raised in this town and I love it. I also have no desire to give up my home. So I have to ask if Ada for not considering moving closer to them given the circumstances? Comments where Op has replied. Comment 1. The important fact is the 17-year-old chose to move even though he was given the option to stay with her or with his aunt. He filed for reducing custody time with the gal and he leaves or hangs up when she gets out of pocket. Remarkable maturity in a difficult situation, especially for one so young. He has regular phone contact with her and the move away was approved by the court. Are there any requirements for him to visit/spend holidays or breaks with her? NTA Oop. The judge ruled he's perfectly capable of setting own schedule. The plan is to send him to visit his aunt during his breaks so he can spend time with his friends. But my fiancé has told him he will have to visit with her for a few hours like he's been doing on Saturday. Comment 2. Stepson? You aren't married to anyone. How do you have a stepson? Oop. We're going to be married next year and he tells people I'm his stepmom all the time. Comment 3. NTA. The ex sounds unhinged. This marriage has been over for years and she is not acknowledging that. Yikes. Oop. They were never married. Update 1. I don't have a big update. I just wanted to say thanks to everyone for their words. Many of you were incredibly comforting and brought up valid points. My only real updates are that my fiancé's, we'll call him Nathan, ex, we'll call her Judy, has received a cease and desist letter from my fiancé's lawyer this afternoon. Judy is only to contact Nathan on their co-parenting app for any issues she may have related to co-parenting, and my stepson is available for her to contact. Judy is not to contact me under any circumstances or a restraining order will be filed. I have not heard from her since Sunday. My mom and I talked it out. I let her know that I was a bit disappointed that she had so much empathy for my ex's fiancé and none for me. She admitted she does not really care for my fiancé and has thought for a long time that he was leading me on. She also is suspicious of the custody battle and worries about me being put in the drama. However, she did apologize to me for not being more supportive. She did say it's my life and she doesn't have to agree with every decision I make. She said even if she is not my fiancé's biggest fan, she will remain respectful for my sake. Since I'm here, I will answer some common questions. When I wrote my original post, I was upset and it was a kind of stream of consciousness, so I wasn't clear on certain details. I figured I could take a moment to paint a clearer picture. 1. My fiancé's mother, we'll call her Amelia, is a wonderful woman to me, but she did not like my fiancé's ex at all. She and I have a wonderful relationship. She loves her grandson and that's the only reason she is civil towards the ex. But Amelia has a lot of suspicions about Judy's behavior. She strongly believes that Judy was after his money and that she got pregnant to trap my Nathan. I don't really believe that's true, but it's what she believes. I do know Judy and Amelia clashed on several occasions over various things including parenting. 2. My stepson, we'll call him Elijah, is very excited to transfer to the STEM school. Elijah attends a private school in his area that specializes in science and tech. He is very into computer programming and already knows 4 different programming languages. I'm a website UX designer, so I've taught him what I know as well. The STEM school in my area is one of the best in the region and possibly the country, and that is the main reason why he wants to live here with me. The school doesn't typically take students mid-year, but they made an exception for Elijah. If he wanted to stay, he'd have had other options. He's very mature for his age. 3. To end the court battles between his parents, Elijah's been considered responsible enough to make his own decisions regarding where he lives, but he still has to live with a parent or legal guardian until he's 18. It's not quite emancipation, but he has considered doing that if his mom continues to make trouble. He still continues to live with his dad, but he can see and do as he wishes and the court won't really intervene. Basically, it was to prevent Judy from weaponizing the courts and trying to scream about parental alienation. That's about all I know and understand, and I'm sure it's not the full story. Like I said, I try to stay out of it while being loving and supportive. He's a little old for me to mother, but I want him to know that I'm there for him. 4. Someone brought up a valid point. Nathan and I are not married yet. We're getting married in June of next year. I call Elijah my stepson because he tells people I'm his stepmom, but nothing is official as of yet. I realize that maybe we should take care in using those labels, as it could cause issues since nothing is official yet. Either way, Elijah is happy for us. If he hadn't been, I don't think I'd have felt comfortable taking our relationship far. But he's always been a great kid and I love him. 5. Because Elijah is so mature, Nathan wanted to give him the choice where to live. Nathan was originally supposed to be promoted 2 years ago and we were going to move in together sooner, but then things with Elijah's mom went south and then his work wasn't able to promote him in a timely manner. It became clear that if Nathan left, that Judy was going to go out of her way to make it difficult for Nathan to see Elijah and came up with a lot of baseless accusations. Between that and his work, Nathan's promotion was delayed by 2 years. The original plan was that Nathan would see Elijah every other weekend, they'd FaceTime daily, and spend all holidays and summers with us while living with his mother. But it didn't work out and Nathan needed to stay. Because of that, Nathan wanted to give Elijah options on where he wanted to live. He never planned to abandon his son. He would still be an involved dad, and Elijah really doesn't have a rebellious bone in his body. His entire life revolves on computers, making websites, and programming. Trust me, we worry about his lack of rebellious spirit. Thanks for being supportive and understanding. I hope I cleared everything up a bit. I don't know if there will really be a reason for me to update. Maybe I'll update after they move in and when we get married. I'm not going to promise I'll do that. Thanks for listening. Comment where Op has replied. Comment, why is your mom so suspicious of fiancé? Oop, I think it's less that she's suspicious and more that she'd prefer I didn't move on from my husband who passed away in 2018. My late husband and I knew each other since we were kids and our families are still close. Funnily enough, I've gotten more support from my late husband's parents than I have from my own mother. They are excited for me to have found someone. They've met my fiancé and really like him. They also met my stepson and like him too. And no, it's not in a creepy trying to replace their son way. They're just happy I found happiness after what happened. My mom's very mad I moved on about 1.5 years after losing my husband. She said it was too soon. Then she made excuses about why she didn't think this relationship would work. I lost both my husband and my dad within 1 year of each other, and my mom just hasn't been able to move on from that time period. I spent 1 year in intensive therapy, and even though it's hard, I'm moving on as best as I can. My mom refuses to get help and she resents things changing and me choosing not to wallow in misery with her. Our relationship hasn't been great for a few years, but she's my mom. Update 2. Hi there, I'm the lady with the amazing stepson and the fiancé who's moving closer to me. I'm writing again. Buckle up, it's been a wild ride since I last posted. My Phineas's ex decided to latch on to someone else. Because of this, she told my stepson that she hates him. She is planning her future with her new man and that future doesn't include my stepson. However, it turns out they both got busted for disorderly conduct and domestic violence recently. I'm glad my stepson was not exposed to that. As for my mom, she and I have had a bit of a falling out recently. I confronted my mom about her lack of support, and as I suspected, my mom told me it was sinful that I moved on from my late husband and that I'm allowing another man to sleep in the house I shared with my deceased husband. I had the house completely remodeled the year after my husband's death. It was very therapeutic to put my house the way I wanted it. Her argument is that I dishonor my husband's memory by moving on. But my mom says widows should never remarry. I told her that's her prerogative, but I will not isolate myself in grief. I've distanced myself from my mother until she can respect my relationship. The ironic thing is that my late husband's parents have moved on and are happy for me. I've been closer to them than my own mother for many years now. They've met my fiancé and stepson and think we're a great match. They know I love their son but also encouraged me to move on. My ex-mill has even put my mom in place. My mom has been sulking for a few weeks now and keeping to herself. She can rejoin my life when she decides to be supportive. I have my family surrounded me, and if my mom refuses to be supportive, she can stay out of my life. Lastly, we're getting married February 14th in a small wedding ceremony followed by a catered meal. My previous sister-in-law and best friend is my maid of honor. That's all I have. Comments where Op has replied. Comment 1. That's all I have. Wait sister, you didn't tell us about the massive security team you hired for your wedding. Oop, lol. Unnecessary, I hope. My mom isn't the type to cause a scene. Comment 2. My first thought was actually the crazy ex. Oop, she's too busy trying to please her new man and getting wasted. Next story. Boyfriend says college is a scam and thinks all college girls make explicit videos. He's convinced I'm cheating and now wants to get me pregnant to trap me even though I don't want kids, so I'm planning my exit before this gets worse. This is probably an odd issue. I, 26F, and my boyfriend, 25M. We've been together for 6 months and it's been fun for the most part, but when he brings up subjects that involve higher education he constantly puts down the idea of going to college, claiming it's a waste of money and a scam. I point out the necessity for there to be college, like doctors etc., and he says that that's different. I ask him if it's an issue with costs instead of the idea of pursuing more education, and he said that you don't learn anything real in college. You can learn more by going out and doing hard work. I pointed out that anyone can make of their college experience what they want, but he waved this off. I don't bring these subjects up. It's been a more and more frequent topic and it's gotten under my skin. He knows I am a college graduate and that I worked really hard to get where I am today, but he will make comments like some people don't have the same opportunities as you do or the resources. I went to a community college before going to university and it saved me a lot of money. The money I did spend either came out of my own pocket or financial aid. I was working in retail part-time while going to school full-time. I have a career and my life has been fantastic and I love my job. He has a high school diploma and he works at a job that works for mentally and physically handicapped people. He had to get certifications to work at his job and to get promotions. Right now where he is at, he would need a degree to get another promotion, and I don't know if he is projecting his resentment about that onto me, but it's been annoying the hell out of me. I brought that up and he denies it and says that he's happy where he is at work-wise. FYI, I don't care about what he does as a job as long as he's happy. I make enough money to be comfortable on my own. He has made comments in the past that I would run off and marry a doctor over him because they make more money, and I have had to reiterate time and again that money isn't a deal breaker for me. This all has made me sit and think about the nature of our relationship. He does have insecurities, like if I don't text him back within a certain amount of time he thinks the worst. 2 months into our relationship he became paranoid that I had a vast sexual history because I went to college, and even thought that there was a porn tape of me out there because according to him all college girls do that. What? I told him that he was crazy and that even if I had a large number of sexual partners in the past it had no impact on our current relationship. I've only been with 2 people, he's been with 8, I don't really feel happy anymore. He was a good friend, but as a boyfriend he sucks. He's a hypocrite and paranoid. Earlier today he made a comment about wanting to get me pregnant so that even if we broke up a part of him would still be with me. WTF. I was like, I don't want kids, and he started insisting on changing my mind and that when I am pregnant I would feel differently. Luckily this was over the phone via text, or I would have walked away from him immediately. Did I just let crazy stick its dick in me? Thankfully I've always insisted on protection until we both got tested for STDs. I would buy the condoms, and I am on the pill. I guess this is a combination of venting and needing advice. We have mutual friends, so it's awkward to bring all of this to them. The cons are outweighing the pros in this relationship. It's only been 6 months and this type of stuff is surfacing. What would he be like at a year in? What would be the best way to cut this relationship and run without a big backlash? In my past 2 relationships, one was a mutual breakup and the other my SO came out of the closet, so there wasn't really any mess. If it does get messy, what's the best way to handle that? Update. Thank you all for the supportive comments. I read through each one and it's helped me build my resolve. I'm happy to announce that I dumped my ex-boyfriend. Yesterday I called a mutual friend that I am more close to than he is, and I asked her to sit in the car when I broke up with him. She agreed, and I called and asked for him to meet us at the local park. I was apprehensive, but having my friend there made me feel safer. When he walked to my car, I stepped out and broke the news to him that I wasn't interested in continuing the relationship. He didn't take it very well and began to rant and yell loudly about how he just knew I was cheating on him and seeing someone else on the side. How I never loved him and that he just knew that I was a CNT because I didn't rush into the relationship at the speed he wanted me to. Apparently moving in together at 3 months equals showing you love someone? I thought I would get emotional or angry, but somehow I kept grounded and told him that his erratic behavior and demeaning attitude is what turned me off. The fact that he didn't respect my wishes not to have kids was the breaking point for me, and that I wasn't a broodmare destined to be pregnant and barefoot in the kitchen. He began to spout whatever. You just used me yada yada, and I gave him back the only property he left at my house, a DVD of Guardians of the Galaxy, and said my goodbyes and wished him luck. He then demanded that I give back any gift he had given me during the course of our relationship. I told him nope, that I was keeping my box set of Downton Abbey and that because it was a gift it was legally mine. My friend and I left, and she was surprised by his irrational paranoid behavior. Among our mutual friends, he's the happy-go-lucky type of guy that everyone likes. I wasn't going to go off about how he was a terrible person because that would take me down to his level. I bought my friend takeout as a thank you, and 2 hours after I got home I guess it really sunk into him that we were done, and I started getting calls, texts, and messages on FB. The voicemails and texts he left were pretty nasty, and I texted back that if he contacted me again I would consider it harassment and go to the police. I blocked him on FB and marked his number as spam on my phone. It was quiet until late last night when I got a text from an unknown number, either from someone else's phone or he used an app to get another number, and it was a picture of him getting a blow job from an unknown female. I knew it was him because he has a scar on his lower abdomen that's several inches in length from a surgery years ago. I wish I could say that I publicly embarrassed him by posting the picture on FB or sent it to his mom, but I didn't. I don't know what the laws are for revenge porn in my state, and he's just not worth the risk. Also, I don't think the girl in the picture was aware of the fact she had her picture taken, her eyes were closed, and she doesn't deserve public humiliation over what a mentally unstable ex did. This morning, I changed my number and gave it out to only a select few. Also, I do have a security system in my house and 2 surveillance cameras for my front and back doors. Yay for previous burglary paranoia. The front has a view of my lawn and driveway, and my back has a view of my entire backyard. If he attempts any type of vandalism or shows up to my house, I would get it on tape. It's been quiet. I called in sick today to give myself a me day. I'm going to spoil myself with Amazon purchases and eat some Thai food. Thank you all again for leaving awesome comments. It helped a lot.